This is a video about a mini adventure, which is just a nice way of saying this is a video about a bloke sleeping in a car. Do you ever have one of those days where you just think to yourself, I have got to get out the house? Well, today was one of those days because Charlie, my partner, has to work away from home. I was sitting in the office editing bits and bobs and I thought to myself, why am I indoors when it's actually nice today? It's meant to rain tomorrow, but today it's nice. I want to go outside and make the most of the weather, so here I am out on a random walk. And I say random because as soon as I had the realisation that I wanted to go outside, I hopped in Betty, which is my micro camper if you're new here. Okay, I wasn't cheating on my partner. I hopped into Betty, drove away from the house, saw a sign for a footpath, pulled over and started walking. I have no idea where I am. There's some horses over there. Maybe I could go and ask them where I am. I'm John, by the way. You may be new to the channel and this is a fairly new channel. I'm John and this is me on a literal and figurative journey. So welcome along. And this is an exciting video today because today on this channel, it's a first. Today, I'm doing a stealth camp. Stealth camp. Stealth camp. Yep, there's someone back there who just saw me do that. Backpack, backpack, backpack. You're right. Definitely in our best interest to get back to Betty. There's only one way over a sty like that. Parkour! Come on, focus. There we go. Parkour! There she is. Right, before we get going to our campsite, we need to head to the shops. Oh, that happened in the last video as well. Before we head to the campsite, we need to go to the shop to buy some supplies for dinner tonight. I have brought some things from home, but I'm missing a few little bits. So, cue shopping montage. Shopping has been purchased, including a trowel, and I'm not going to tell you what that's for, but you can probably guess. Right, it is actually getting on a bit. It's around 5 o'clock, and the place I found tonight, I found on Park for Night, which some of you, I'm sure, are more than familiar with, but I've just gone to look it back up again, and I've seen that the number of places is only 2 places, so I need to get a move on because I don't have a backup plan at the moment and it's kind of in the middle of nowhere, so let's get moving. Oh, here we go. This is it. Well, this will do nicely. So it took me a bit longer to find this spot than it should have done because it wasn't on the right place on Park for Night. But this is the place in the pictures, and this is even better in person than I thought it would be. There's like literally nothing around. We're up in moorland right now, so the only thing here is sheep. I don't think anyone's going to disturb us here tonight. There we go. Home. Moors. So the other day I went to a service station and I was desperate for a Subway. Don't ask me why, I just got it into my head that I was going to have a Subway, and as the day went on I got myself more and more excited about having a Subway, and I got to Subway at 2 minutes past 8. I went to go and order one and they said, sorry, we're closed. I said, what time did you close? They said 8 o'clock. I was 2 minutes late. Naturally, I was disappointed, not because Subway is amazing, but just because I got it into my head that I was going to have it. And I didn't give the guy a hard time. I know that he probably could have served later, but he also has his own life to get on with. He doesn't owe Subway anything to stay there a moment after 8 o'clock, so I didn't give him a hard time. But ever since that point, I haven't been able to get it out of my head how much I wanted that meatball marinara. I've been craving it ever since. So today I'm going to make my own meatball marinara from scratch. Except, obviously, not the bread. I can't bake in here. I probably can. Don't tell me in the comments I can, because I'm sure I can, but I'm not going to. Now, I know the done thing in this situation, and you're doing a stealth camp video, is to drive to the restaurant and cook the food at the restaurant. But I don't want to park in a Subway car park. I want to park here. I want to camp here. So, yeah, might not get as many views, but hey. Here we are. Don't actually have a mixing bowl, so it's going to have to be a saucepan. Now, I'm not about to become a cooking channel, but I am going to show you how I make this. Not because I think it's the right way, but just in case you're interested. So, half sausage meat, half beef mince, salt, pepper, garlic granules, onion granules, paprika. Not too much. I would normally add some tomato puree and egg here, but I don't have either of those things. But yeah, then roll it up and then ball them into some flour and then fry them. So let's do that. And now you can see why I got the washing up tub ready first. This looks absolutely incredible, but it also looks like I'm going to make an absolute mess of this, so don't mind me whilst I make a fool of myself. Right, well, I think it's safe to say now that it is getting dark. That meatball sub was delicious. Better than anything you can get at Subway. You may have thought the drone sequence earlier was weird considering it was getting dusky. I was going to do it in the morning, but then I looked at my phone and it says it's going to snow here first thing tomorrow. And I can't help but think surely not. It's British summertime. I was just enjoying the fact that it was a long evening. You know, there's still a little bit of light even though it's gone past 8 o'clock. But apparently it's going to snow in the morning. So I think it might be a cold one this evening. And I'll be honest with you, Betty isn't particularly well equipped for the cold, but you know, I do have a hot water bottle. I've got my cup of tea here, so yeah, better get in. This is the setup this evening in case people didn't see my first video. Fairly standard foil covers on the window. The sleeping bag is a summer sleeping bag, so that's a mistake, but I only own the one, hence the need for the hot water bottle. But yeah, it's pretty comfy in here. It doesn't look it, I know, but I promise you it is. So I've filled up the hot water bottle, I've just blasted the heating to make it nice and toasty in here, and I am ready to go to sleep. And I'll be honest with you, I am absolutely loving this. I am absolutely loving every minute of this. And it's strange, really, because what I'm effectively doing is sleeping in a lay-by in my car. Like, it's so unglamorous, but actually it's gorgeous and peaceful out there. Only 2 cars have passed the entire time I've been here, and they were both within the first 10 minutes. So I think it was like people going home. And it's been just serene and lovely, and even though, yes, I am just sleeping in my car, this does feel like a mini adventure. I don't know, it's hard to explain. I'm loving it. Oh, anyway, on that note, it is time for me to get some sleep, and hopefully no one will disturb us in the night, although, as I've just pointed out, that does seem highly unlikely, and perhaps even more importantly, hopefully, the next shot will be me peeling back one of these covers to reveal some snow outside. A lovely, gorgeous, snowy scene. To be honest with you, even if it's not snowy, it's going to be a gorgeous scene anyway, so win-win. So, yeah, good night. Oh yes. It snowed. I really didn't think it would actually snow. In fact, it's still snowing now. It's coming in. So it is 6:35 in the morning. Oh, and we've been graced with some snow this morning. This is unreal. Oh, it is chilly out there. I actually had a pretty decent night's sleep last night in the van. It kept quite cosy. The hot water bottle is now cold. But it kept quite cosy in here. And I went to sleep around 10ish, and then I woke up around 5:30, and I've been tossing and turning for about an hour. But I think all in all, I'm sleeping in a car. It's not bad going. I was a bit more used to doing it last year. I'm a little bit out of practice this year. But man, I can't get over that. I guess I'll get some breakfast on. This is unreal. Oh no! I've just realised I've forgotten to bring the nice coffee. Kenko it is. It is actually really cold this morning. Obviously it's snowing, but look at this, just look at this. Look at where we are right now. That's where I slept last night. I'm giddy. I'm actually giddy. I'm not saying that instant coffee and knockoff Belvita biscuits from Aldi are the best breakfast in the world, but right now, with this glorious snowy scene, feels like it. Well, what a morning. The car here is saying it is -1 and I can feel it. My hands are cold. I've had the car on just for a little while to try and heat it up before I go. I don't think I'm going to be able to stick around long because the snow is setting on the road, and Betty, although she is an absolute beast, isn't built for winter driving, so I really ought to get a move on. But yeah, this has been one of my favourite camps ever. You know, last night was gorgeous. We had the whole place to myself. Only 2 cars have passed me the entire time I've been here, or at least that I know of, and that was in the first 10 minutes of me arriving. This has been peaceful. So yeah, if you guys want to see me come back here, that'd be great. And if there's anywhere else you'd like to see me go, yeah, we'll do that as well. If you have any suggestions, let me know down in the comments. But I think I'm going to exit out with a time lapse of me driving through the snowy moorlands. I just had to pull over because I nearly forgot, and someone will need to be reminded, don't be a dick.